Does Overwatch suck? That's a question I haven't been hearing anybody ask. And that's for good reason, considering this game is well developed, well polished, and the title is only the title for YouTube algorithm reasons. I'm gonna be totally honest, Overwatch isn't a game that I was anticipating for in 2016. It's a game that I didn't even know of until the open beta came out just a few months ago. And I really enjoyed it. With all the comparisons between Battleborn and Overwatch, I was a big Battleborn fan. I still am a big Battleborn fan. But because of that whole speculation on the internet, it allowed me to hear about Overwatch, and that's when I really got into Overwatch as well and found out those two games are nothing alike. This game is more like Team Fortress 2, even though at the same time it isn't. It's just a hero-based first-person shooter game with classes, and each class seems so unique and different compared to the next. My personal favorite classes that I'm probably going to be playing day one tonight is Pharah and Mei. Those two just have fun written all over them, and hopefully Blizzard does a good job in keeping the game well balanced. I know with these hero-based shooters and class-based shooters, it can be a hard time to make sure not one character is overpowered by a next and what have you, but I mean, other games in the past have done a good job, so I'm assuming Blizzard could do the same as well. The game comes with 21 different playable heroes and classes on day one, along with 12 different maps. It's $60 on Xbox and PS4, but if you buy it on PC, it's obviously way cheaper. You save a total of $20 or maybe even more if you buy it on websites such as G2A or something along those lines. I bought it on PC, because all my friends on Xbox or PS4, they're just a bunch of Neanderthals that like dunking a basketball in a hoop or thinking that Call of Duty 4 is the best Call of Duty game of all time, and they're going to be the suckers that buy Infinite Warfare for $80. But hey, that's their purchase if they honestly believe Call of Duty's worth that much money, and if they honestly believe that games like this don't deserve the shine they get. That's completely up to them. Overwatch is going to be big. It's already big. It's going to blow up like crazy. It's the next best thing, in my opinion. It shows on Twitch. It shows on YouTube. It's everywhere. And you're doing a disservice to yourself if you're not going to be picking up this game and at least giving it a chance. This game definitely deserves a chance. Overwatch by no means is a bad game. It's a very fun game, even if you play by yourself. I picked it up on PC. I have literally no friends on Battlenet or whatever the app. So my Battlenet ID is in the description below. Just copy and paste that, add me as a friend, and we'll play some Overwatch. I'm probably going to be streaming it, recording it, come through on PC. Don't be a sucker and spend $60 on this game unless you really like extra skins. I'm not a fan of extra skins, it's all about the gameplay in my opinion. All that cosmetic stuff is just not for me. It's cool, but it's just not for me. It has no single player story campaign for you to learn the characters, but it does have lore behind each character that you can learn about just by reading up on it. So in that sense, being a $60 only multiplayer game, is it worth it? Some people might compare it to Battlefront with a $60 price tag. Battlefront didn't have a story. It had 4 maps and they called it a multiplayer full game. So this game is by far a better purchase in my opinion than Star Wars Battlefront. Battlefront I played for like 2 weeks tops, and then I just kind of gave up on it. I probably should go back and play it, but now that Overwatch is out and now that all the good games are starting to roll out, it's kind of hard to find time for little old Battlefront. My biggest gripe with this Overwatch game is the matchmaking. I know the servers are probably going to have a rough time on day one, but if it's anything like the beta only had a quick play playlist where you jump into the quick play and you play the game. Like it just jumps you right into it. There's like no, I don't think it's ranked. It just throws you into a game that's already started or a game that's about to start. And I personally don't like that. I like knowing what I'm getting myself into and not just randomly being thrown into a game that's already starting. It also makes it feel like there's little to no game modes, although there's like 3 or 2. There's the payload one, and then there's the capture the point one. I think there might be one more. I'm not so sure. Don't quote me on this, but I feel like they should separate that and make the player choose on which one they want to do. That's just my personal little pet peeve with this game. It's still an amazing game. It's still fun, and this could easily be overlooked. But hopefully in the future they could add some more playlists, make it a little bit more interesting. And the biggest problem, although it doesn't really alter the gameplay and it doesn't necessarily make one player better than the next, it's microtransaction. Everybody knows microtransactions. They're pretty much the devil, and luckily for Overwatch, it's not a pay-to-win type game where you could open up as many loot packs as possible and then you could just have the best gear. Luckily, it's not like that. It's the better version of microtransactions, even though microtransactions, they're not the best. all the extra money you could put into buying loot packs. This just cosmetic stuff, whether new costumes, new sprays, taunts, etc. So luckily the microtransactions don't make this a pay to win game mode, because then that would be extremely unbalanced. But by far this is the best game, the most perfect polished game I've played this year. I've only played a few games this year, considering there's not that many good ones coming out. We gotta wait now until like Christmas time for more AAA titles to come out. With that said, those are my opinions, reviews on Overwatch. I'm not sure if you want to call this a review. It's just my thoughts on a game that I really truthfully enjoy. It does not suck. It's definitely worth the purchase, whether $40 or $60. I'm a PC type of guy now. I bought it on PC, and it definitely is worth it. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know how you guys have enjoyed the Overwatch open beta, and how are you enjoying the full game now that this, by the time I upload this, it should be out by now. So leave those opinions in the comments below, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.